What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Dr. Ricky McCray here with you. Listen, sharing again some motivation. I told you I got my new book coming out later this year in 2022. So excited to share some things with you, some excerpts from the book. And so today I want to talk about this subject. Who are you depending on? Who are you depending on? So in the book, I share this experience of how my mother and father were at one point really doing well financially. We had this huge house, 5 bedrooms. I mean, it was a huge yard. We had cars, we had money, all of this stuff. And when my parents got a divorce, literally, we were thrown into poverty. When my mom left Marion, she moved back to Indianapolis, had to try to find a job. My dad ended up losing his job. And so I had, at this time, I was in middle school going into the 8th grade. I had outgrown my clothes. I had 2 pair of pants and 3 shirts. And I'm telling you, it's hard in middle school when you don't have, all of the means and clothes. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And so because of all of that, I developed this scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset. Here it is, where I was always afraid of losing. I was so afraid of losing stuff, whether it was financially, whether it was friendships or love or romantic relationships. I was always afraid. And so I never really gave my all to things because I was afraid of losing. I couldn't even spend money the way I wanted to spend because I was always afraid of what if something happened? I don't want to go back to being in the place of lack or need. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. And because of the spirit of scarcity, where I never really felt like I had enough, I was also afraid of abundance. I was afraid of abundance. Why? Because I had more of a fear of losing. That hurt I felt of losing was greater than whatever benefit I had of gaining abundance. I tell you how I want to bring all of this full circle. This morning, I was talking to a friend of mine, my friend William, and we were having our morning conversation. And one of the things that we talked about was when you're in this spirit of lack and scarcity, here's what happens. You don't realize who you're depending on. Ooh, here it is. My daughter Aaliyah, y'all, one day she came to me and she was crying tears. I said, baby, what's wrong? She said, Daddy, I broke the face on mommy's iPad. And I was like, oh, okay. And she said, Daddy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I said, why? She said, because it's gonna cost $100 to get the face fixed. I said, okay, well, why are you crying? She said, Daddy, because I'm gonna have to pay for it. I said, okay. She said, and Daddy, I don't have $100. And I started laughing. I couldn't help it. I started laughing. She said, Daddy, why are you laughing at me? I said, baby, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing because, baby, you don't understand. You talking to your daddy. I said, your daddy got $100. And if your daddy got it, baby, you got it. Whew. And I don't know who that's for. If your heavenly Father has it, you got it. And here's what my friend said that blew my mind. Are you ready? He said, you know what I thought? I've been depending on me instead of God. I don't know who that's for. I got some dreamer out there. I got somebody got big plans, who got big visions. You want to do big things, but you're scared to death because you've been depending on you. And here's the fault. When you depend on you, all of your insecurities begin to come up. All of your faults and flaws begin to come up. And guess what? You begin to think about how you are not enough. And when you're not enough, you can't be depended on. I want to encourage you today. I don't care what it is, whether it's relationships, whether it's finances, whether it's investments, whether it's something with your business, whether it's something with the future, whatever it may be. If you only been depending on you, I'm going to encourage you to open your eyes and depend on God. Because if you do, you'll realize you have way more. You have access to way more than you could ever imagine. I'm encouraging you to live a life of abundance today. That's my encouragement for you. I want to pray that you live a life of abundance, recognizing that my Father, my Heavenly Father, my God has it all. And He says, all you have to do is ask and you shall receive. I hope you received that today. That was your motivation for today. Live a life of abundance. You got this. Listen, if you got a relationship that maybe you're struggling with, you got some issues with, if you believe that that relationship is a good relationship, then remember, as my book says, that's coming out later this year, some things are worth fighting for. Go live in abundance today. God bless you.